Well, I suppose I better earn a living, shall I?
Wait. Matron, take them away.
And a warm welcome to one and all. If this is your first time here, I'm the big fella that is the Scruffy trader. What I'm trying to do is put trading in the real world. Maybe show you a trick or two along the way. So if that sounds good, do take a second to hit that little subscribe button. It genuinely helps. And we'll crack on. So what are we talking about? What are we doing? Well, I'm going to go on the chart, but I'm going to kind of put an experiment to test, even though I've already made a decision on it. But I just want to see if it balances up. I was watching a documentary at the weekend, and it was all about Telsa, Nikolai Telsa, and his strange obsession with numbers. Now, I like numbers, and I like Fibonacci. You know, Fibonacci sequence seems to work for me, you know. And in this documentary, there was quite a famous quote. Here it is. And he was obsessed with 369. And I was wondering to myself, if these are repeatable numbers and repeatable patterns, can they be used in the marketplace? So I'm kind of going to put that to the test. And I'm just going to plug it into one MACD because that has three variables that you use. And I want to see if it'll follow suit to what I actually think is going to happen anyway. Interesting concept. Let me switch this on and we'll have a little look. So let us get a standard MACD and change this something. So his theory is 369. So if we have a 9 period and we have a 6 period and we change this to a 3 period, they are the three ratios involved. Now, yes, these are moving averages, and yes, you can see this is pushing down. However, if we look at the high point, it's actually telling us it's going up, which coincides with what I've been working out. And I've actually just done this for the guys. It's currently 9:45, and I'm looking for sort of 10 o'clock buys, but it's telling me to buy this, and it's pretty darn good. Now, I do take these things a bit further. I mean, this is just an experiment, what I'm doing at this moment in time. But if I pull this down, I put lots of marks in for the guys, and there is my read of how I think this is going to work. Now, we've also had a very good morning call this morning as well, looking at what we think is going to be happening with cable. So everybody's up to speed to a degree, but this is quite interesting because that has said that it will go the way that I said it is. Now, my theory for my own personal is on these blue lines. So I'm looking to either buy it here, here, and then I'll look to start exiting above it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this relax down on a 5-minute chart. Okay, you can see it's pushing down heavily here. And I'm going to wait for it to cross over and then see if it coincides with this. Don't get me wrong, I'm not daft. I've already got an idea in place, but I want to see if this will follow what I believe the market structure is. And who knows? Strange experiment. Something to do on a Monday morning. And what I'm trying to do is, if I can get sort of 10 pips out of it, and I'll stick a fiver a point on, that'll get me 50 quid. And we'll see how this works. But that's the game plan. I want to see this roll over Okay, and then when it does, whichever cycle it's in, whether it's close to here or here, I'll then do the candle count, place the order above it, and then we'll run it up. We do have our trading parameters. As you can see, we've got the red line down here. We'll go beyond there because I'm working between that yellow line and this red one. That is my trading. So as long as the price stays in here, I'm happy. If it goes out, I'm not so happy. Simple stuff, guys. Let's see if we can make 50 quid. Okay, guys, it's coming on 10 o'clock. And we're just getting our signal now. They're starting to cross, and you can see it's starting to go green ever so slightly. So that gives me an order here. And if I do a candle count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up there. Okay, so there where I'm going to place my orders. So give me a second and we'll drop a couple in. So we'll put one there. Kaboom. And then we're going to put one underneath it as well. To same place. Kaboom. Right. So what we're looking for, just kind of stretch them up onto this top section, is now to see if it'll follow up. So that, as you can see, is crossed. See the cross here on this candle. Now, I would normally let it close, but because I'm letting price come to me, doesn't really matter, because I want to sort of see if it can be a set and forget sort of trade. And I'm just going to let it run out. That simple. Right, first one's in. So we can take that one off the table, because that's what you do. You kind of set a parameter as to which one will go first. Now what I'll do is I'll put another order on here. That will be just to see if it bounces down and come back, because I do like to stack orders. Okay, so put that down there. Just like so, with same target up over. Just like so. And we're good to go. Right, I'll let that run out and we shall see. Okay, guys, quite an interesting experiment, really. Because if we look at this MACD, if I pull it up, just so you can see it, and I draw a vertical line on it, there's kind of your entry criteria. 5 past 10. It was sort of teetering here at 5-2, but the final point was there. And it gave an exit signal here. So in that period of time, Let's have a little look, see what time that was. That was, so it's about an hour, roughly. If we look, it timed on here pretty much cock on. And then if we pulled it when it crossed, would have been here, this candle, which is the downward move. So it was just an experiment today. It's not something that I hold in gospel. I already had my decision made, which the guys in the squad already knew. But I use Fibonacci sequences all the time. And really, if you're thinking about mathematics and numbers, these things are repeatable. And if you have a set, then you could use it to your advantage, just as a set of rules. Now, these set of rules this morning, considering I wanted 50 quid, is pulled in 66.40. Now, the way I do things is once it gets to a rough set of target, I'll take money off the table, pull it into break even, so I can't lose, and then just trail up behind candles. And the way I trade is I'll trail up in the direction that the trade is going. If I see a candle that closes going in the opposite direction, I won't move the trail. I'll just ratchet only on, in this case, green candles. And it works. Because my whole idea of trading, and this is what keeps me consistent and what keeps me in the game, is one, I don't want to give my profits back too much, but I don't want to stay in the game too long at risk. Now, I'm pulled all the time about the way I trade. I'm still here. I've done this every day in front of you for 3 years. In fact, well, it will be 3 years next week, because that's the channel's anniversary. And I've done the same thing over and over and over. So there must be something in it, because I'm still here. Maybe something for you to think about while Popeye's having a bit of a cry because he lost your money because he's shit at trading, he's not very good, and because he's not very good, he likes to send Scruffy a nasty email saying that I'm a terrible person because I won't teach him how to do it. You're right, you wanker, I won't. I wouldn't even pick you off the ground if I saw you got hit by a truck. Oh, that was a bit mean, wasn't it? But then again, so's the way I'm treated at times. Had a torrid time this weekend, even though I'm trying to help. But this is kind of therapy for me. Because what you see here is real life. It's never scripted. It's just straight from the heart. So sometimes when I go off on a rant, it's actually in the moment. It's the way I feel at that point. And for me, it's actually a good thing, believe it or not, because it vents my emotion into the camera rather than me venting my emotion into the chart. Now, that is a big difference, because when I'm trading on the chart, I actually zone out. And I do get wrong for that off Joanne from time to time, because she'll talk to me and she'll go, "You're not listening." And I've got to kind of think, because sometimes I do that. And my kids have a go at me as well sometimes. "Are you not listening, Dad?" And I'm like, "What? What do you say?" Because I have to concentrate. I have to be on my A game every day. And if I'm not, well, then my boss takes money off me, and my boss is the market. So there we go. Treat the market with respect, and it'll look after you. Treat each other with respect, and you look after each other. Just there's some tossers in this world who don't understand that principle. And quite frankly, well, I don't think they ever will. So, a little bit of a rant, a little bit of an experiment. And if you check the video I did out earlier on, Winky's not very well. In fact, what I'll do is I'll tag it onto this one. So, have yourselves a good one, guys. I'll say my farewells, and then on the end, I'll tag how Winky's feeling today. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one. Okay, boys and girls, we're going to go and see Winky, and we're going to see how she copes with not being very well. Charts are pretty good. This one's running into profit now. This is my prop firm. This is the challenge that I'm doing for the guys. I've already spoken to them this morning. It's running into profit as well, so that's fine. That looks healthy. Got my music on. It's a little bit of Roxy music today. Got to have a bit of Roxy music. Brian Ferry, local hero. He was born just up the road from me. So let's go see Winky, see what's been going on. Look at that. She's dying. She's dying. Are you not very well? She's ill. She's dying. And do you know what she's doing? She's watching cartoons. Cartoons. And then she says, I'm the kid. Are you dying? Do you want some medicine? Shall I get you some wine? Would you like a cup of coffee? No, I'll make it. Do you want a cup of tea? I'll make you a cup of tea. Right, I'm going to do the nice thing and I'm going to make her a cup of tea. But how good is that? And I'm the kid.